Disgruntled humans like to go into retail stores and look at people like me and Jacob and say, would you like to become disgruntled with me? And then we're all disgruntled together.
Well, misery does love company, right?
It's weird how it works because one customer can just throw you off for the rest of the day.
No, definitely.
Oh,
and you can't talk about it.
No, we talk about it. As soon as the door closes, I let everyone else in the room know that I don't like that person.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you can't, like, I'm not about to out people on here that I've had customers in the past that have done that, you know?
Oh, you're not going to give their name and driver's license number.
No, I had someone do that.
I could, though, because it was over
and their credit card information. No, I'm just kidding.
And a home phone number.
I had someone do that the other day, and Bella had to hold me back from just, like, wanted to just tell them all.
The problem is size on the side of the customer. Because I've been known to go into retail stores and just make his own thing and say, that's what I want to buy.
So looks like he...
Oh, no, and hey, they get a mouthful when they...
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's the problem. Is size the disgruntled shopper.
That's
why you got to be disgruntled?
You know, he's being quiet over there because he's that guy. But you know what? That comes with age.
Well, I mean, no. It comes when you run up on stupid people.
All right, now we're back in the saddle, boys.
No, because, hey, look. You're there to sell merchandise.
Yeah.
Right.
So I come in and I find what I want.
Right.
Now, hey, first I've got to take it apart because I don't want this part. I want the other part. So I take it apart. I make what I want.
See.
And then I go up there and I said, hey, sir, hey, wait, whoa, what did you do here? I said, I found the rod and the reel I want.
That's not how it works.
And I said, hey, ring it up and let me pay for it.
Interesting.
And he said, oh, no, we don't sell them in that combination.
See?
Oh, and I said, wait a minute, hold it. You don't what?
Well,
see?
He said, we don't sell them in that combination. I said, you're a fool.
Well, that's what you get for shopping at Walmart for your bait and tackle needs.
Well, no, but
hey,
it's just
back
stupidity,
then,
okay? I got what I want, and then they won't sell it to me.
When I did that, Walmart was a legit tackle shop. Now it's a convenience store that sells tackle.
And I said, wait a minute, what are you in business for here?
Yeah.
We actually need to do a whole podcast on what happened to the outdoor section at Walmart. Because it actually used to be
legit.
That's right. Then I could add in there, and hey, and usually these ones run up on a person that ain't got a personality, we could send them down to Walmart and they could find one.
But they don't even sell them no more.
And they don't even sell that more.
So I was the type of person. This isn't Nike idea.
I mean, what's this world coming to? Good grief.
This isn't customizable shoes.
He's customizing everything.
Hey, Si's the one that buys a shirt, makes it a crop top, then doesn't like the fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do people do that to you?
I mean, I'm just saying that's a theoretical thing.
That has happened to you, hasn't
That could happen.
Somebody cut a shirt and then said they...
I mean...
Did they try and return a shirt
they cut it wrong?
No, I'm just saying you can.
Hey, they cut it wrong. That's what happened. They didn't know what to do.
Also looks like he buys a pair of shoes and wears them 3 times and then tests the warranty out. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, he sends me to do all of his bidding on footwear. I found those babies on eBay.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, have y'all tried the new slip-on tennis shoes?
What are you talking about?
Why do you need slip-on tennis
shoes? Hey, that's all over the television. That's all they show.
Fox News, everybody. He watches Fox News and lots of it.
If you watch Duck Dynasty this Sunday, you'll see slip-on tennis shoes commercials.
Do they have?
Well, no.
And Bug Assault.
No, because that's...
Bug Assault, if you want more commercials, holler at me. We'll hold them in here.
Hey, that's like the best commercial there is the scroll that says, hey, it's all about
We do have a certain demographic, don't we? And I love it.
And if you don't know it, you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, I love it.
I do have a fun story.
About what?
About your wife.
What my wife? What'd they do?
So
anything about Brittany's fun.
Yeah, and Allison. Yeah.
So they're doing this Bible study as part of Sadie's Live Original local thing. Right?
Okay, that's a good one.
That's good.
It's tonight.
That's it.
Are you aware of how many pizzas they have ordered?
No.
Can we all guess?
Guess how many pizzas?
14.
Incorrect.
No, that's way too many.
Correct.
Yeah. These are women ordering.
Oh, well, he changed my answer.
Oh, well, hey, take away one.
I don't even know.
Take away one.
Because they gave them a budget.
Then you come up with 4.
5.
4.
Very close. We're at 6 pizzas, okay?
6 pizzas.
And they gave them a budget.
I'm about to donate to the LO ministry just so they don't run out of pizza.
That's right.
Well,
this is embarrassing.
We can do an anonymous donation of pizza.
My friend, we are in a crunch.
Why?
Because we're going to have to go get 2 fishes and 5 loaves. Are you aware of how many people have signed up to come to this? 6 pizzas?
How much?
90.
Oh, they better hope Jesus in that room. They better hope where 2 or 3 are gathered. He's actually there, boys. Because if not, we in a bind, son.
Allison said it's a Bible study. I said, that's a church service. Once you reach 90, you're at
they're in a Bible study.
And that's at your sister's place.
You can start your own congregation.
It's at his sister's place.
Hey,
it's a coffee
you can
shop.
start your own congregation with 90 people.
Hey,
Well,
you
that's
need
15 people per
parking
pizza.
spot.
Yeah, which
I was trying to do the math.
you need to go get a clothes rack and put in there at your sister's place. So we could
you'll
all
make a killing.
Yeah, we could all do something on here.
I'll sell worms. but
Let's sell some shiners. Let's just get a shiner set up in there with a 5-gallon bucket.
I'm in. Don't dare me.
Hey, they'll probably be trying to fillet them if they run out of pizza.
If they run out of pizza.
But they thought they were like,
Appetizers.
20 people, 25 tops, and now there's 90.
Golly.
I learned.
I think adjustments have been made,
but
I'm kind of hoping that, because that's just 90 people signed up. What if 90 people bring a friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't
Or
come in to bring a
kids,
friend
or
service.
like what if they're bringing their child? Like, what if? Yeah, that's about.
I can eat a pizza
easily
by myself.
Same.
Yeah, that's Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a donation.
Who's
to
the
ministry.
pizza? Like, who's the caterer of pizza?
I believe we were going Johnny's because we got a Rebel card, so we could get 10%
Whoop,
off.
whoop.
We might have to get that Little Caesars hot and ready 5.
We're gonna need.
We might get that hot and ready.
I do think adjustments have been made, but man, it's been funny to watch Allison try and scramble to feed 90 people.
You know what has never happened in their life? It's obvious that neither one of them have ever worked for Willie Robertson. Because I have seen places run out of food before that Willie was involved with, and to this day, he still makes fun of them. Like, that's just, I learned early on just from watching, whatever happens, over order. Whatever happens. You much rather have leftovers than run out.
Remember when I canceled the lobster?
Oh, buddy.
He brings it up every time.
He brought it up yesterday.
Why'd he bring
I don't know. He was.
I wasn't even here.
I know. He was just passing in conversation. It's like, one time Johnny D canceled the lobster.
The receipt was just due that day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just, you don't.
We ate dinner.
You never run out of food.
We didn't need second dinner.
I will say he is the best person I've seen as a solo person to cater for big groups of people.
Yeah. Because
he ain't gonna run out.
He's not gonna run. He will.
And he'll
keep
just
cooking.
keep cooking. Yeah, exactly.
He
While you're
will-
there, he will just keep going.
He'll keep going. And the key is wait to eat what he eats.
Yeah.
Like, don't eat the stuff he throws out there for everybody first, because he's the king to get everybody full.
Right.
Yeah,
And
Then all of a sudden the
He
good,
got the good
stuff
wine.
comes out.
Then he brings out the good wine.
But see, like your mom does that. I think it just comes with age. Like
mom?
your mom, when we went over for your birthday party, there were, how many people were there? 10, 12? Well, 5, and then y'all have 5. So there's 10, your mom and dad, 12,
14,
your aunt.
15-ish.
Plus, so about 16 people.
Oh, Janice ain't gonna run out of food.
His mom had enough food to feed
Well, you never
everybody in this office
could've
twice. Like, it
You
was
never know what
incredible.
stragglers are going to end up over there from Willie's.
Yeah, what strays? are gonna
Christian
show
showed up one time and it was like, we better have a wheelbarrow full of shrimp.
Oh.
That boy.
Hey, that is true.
There
And
you
so mom's like, and she does,
She shops in bulk.
she's planning lunch out for the family for the next day. Big Dave cooks his lunch and dinner.
Hey, she
Okay.
shops at Sam's,
Yeah.
Easy.
I love that place, by the way.
I guarantee you she had 10 pounds of tater tots.
Hey.
I mean, that was the
was
most
a 10-pound bag.
Oh, that was the most insane tray of tater tots I've
Hey,
ever
that's
seen.
never a bad thing.
No, it's,
Spare no expense for a baby's birthday. I
Sonic
36.
couldn't even keep up with that.
I mean, it was unbelievable. I walked in and I was like, wow, that's a mountain of food for a guy turning 36. Like, this isn't even like a big one. This is just,
that was just his tray.
this is
You
just
should have seen Father's Day. Dad had to cook it, but I mean, there was some food, son. I might have a picture. Also, Jacob's joined us today. In case you
Yeah.
haven't, we never
yeah.
introduced Jacob. It was supposed to be John Luke.
Well, he's a regular
Well,
now.
if you ever been on like a Dixie League All-Star team, you know how they like have a little alternate, like a little substitution guy. That's kind of what happened.
Oh, yeah, you're utility.
I'm just alternating in for the starter.
Yeah,
Just in case move.
I don't know. John Luke, as he's getting older, he's trying to turn into his dad, which then punctuality just becomes a recommendation, right?
Oh, it's not even a thing.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
We might be done by the time it gets here, to be honest.
There's a solid chance.
Yeah, There is a solid chance. Oh, he's very busy though.
Yeah. I mean, he's been. I want to say what he was doing yesterday, but
Got a lot on it.
it hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, we can't talk about
that's like
yesterday
10
yet.
years away, so
Yeah.
that's a decade investment.
Yeah, Jacob and I filmed with John Luke yesterday, so and I got to film with him again today. He better be on time this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Because it's going to be hot and we're outside, so he better be on time.
I don't know what we're talking about, but tune in on the Friday.
Look at it!
Look at it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at the
The starter is here.
The starter is here. So I guess now we'll take a break and let Jacob step out. And
Thanks, Jacob.
Let John Luke step in. Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate you.
You know what Brittany loves about this podcast?
Yeah, it ain't Si. She does love that she got introduced to Nutrafol, which is kind of funny because we were, me and John David, another buddy of ours, Chad Creel, all of us and our wives were sitting around the table the other night, and Chad's wife looked at Brittany and was like, man, your hair looks great after having kids. Mine has just been thin and all this ever since I've had the kids. And Brittany was like, it's Nutrafol. And she was like, really?
My wife is on it, and while she's taking it, I'm like, baby, you look great.
Yeah.
You're looking awesome.
You may have heard of Nutrafol's hair growth supplements and wonder, do they actually work? And a lot of the hair supplements that have come and gone, they've overpromised and underdelivered, but not Nutrafol. They're still here. Nutrafol is different. It's the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. It is trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months. Because what they figured out is a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work for thinning hair. It's vetted by doctors. Lots of supplements can't say that their formulations are clinically tested and their research published in peer-reviewed journals, but Nutrafol can. Nutrafol tests everything from growth and quality to shedding and texture. So look, it's worth giving it a shot. They make it super easy. You can order online, no prescription needed, and you get free shipping, automated deliveries, and up to 20% off with a subscription.
My sister heard us talking about it. She was like, I'm interested. So her birthday and Christmas about 6 months apart. So every birthday and Christmas is
get a little supply.
go.
Hey, best thing, it's easy, it's repeatable. They love it. Start your hair growth journey with Nutrafol for a limited time. Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code
Duck.
Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code
Duck.
That's Nutrafol.com, promo code
Duck.
We're back.
We're back, baby. We're back with John Luke, our intended guest. Jacob stepped in because John Luke was running a little behind. But hey, man, he's got 3 toddlers. So
I was. It was the kids. I'm blaming it on them this morning.
To be fair, I have
Always a good excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Hey, I
a
had the kids.
I do have a new favorite thing in life.
What's that?
John Luke's wife has this motorized bicycle with a trailer, and then there's 2 other kids that have little tiny motorized bicycles. They're like electric bikes.
Yeah, I seen that the other day
And they'll
over.
and Mary Kate will just be in a dress, and it feels like she should have like sourdough and eggs riding the bike and all the little children behind her.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy when I see it just riding around the neighborhood.
Oh,
somewhere.
Yeah,
They look
she's a
like
Pied
little-
Piper.
Yeah, they look like little dirt bikes.
Yeah.
That
It's
they're
like if
riding
Little
around on.
House on the Prairie had electric engines.
Oh, because they're all Ella's always wearing a dress. John Shepard's always in his this little
He's smocked up.
smocked up, and they're just tearing up the streets in those little electric dirt bikes.
I'll send pictures to Allison if I see them. I'm like, there's what you should have done, Allison. They have it figured out.
I gotta be honest. I see Sheppy in them smocks, and I'm just thankful Brittany wasn't a smocker. I don't know. I don't know.
They're not even smocks. Dad just calls them smocks. It's just like a nice clothes for
That's
a
just
child.
it's just mom style,
Nice
right?
clothes for a child.
It's just like
They're just so white. Like
a button-up shirt for a child. And
yeah.
That is one of my favorite nicknames of all time, though, that your dad's ever hung on it. So John Luke's oldest child dresses nicer than most people.
Absolutely.
Not even kids.
And pulls it off.
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah.
A handsome young man.
Yeah, pulls it off, man.
And Willie has called him Smocky McSmockerton from Smockington Downville ever since he was like born.
Yeah.
And he probably wore a smock once.
Yeah, he did.
And then Willie was like, oh, Smocky McSmockerton.
He wore a smock.
Oh,
he
that was like Christine, one of her, side of her family. This kid was so weird. He never got dirty.
Never got
He
dirty.
wore, he
That kid's
wore
dirty.
white.
Yeah.
He wore white, and he never got dirty. You could take him fishing, and he would come back spotless.
Oh no,
I said, "What is wrong with you?"
that is not John Shepard.
No, he's gonna get
I
dirty.
just looked and I said,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute, this kid." I said, "This kid, something's wrong with him." And his mom said, "What do you mean?" I said, "No kid goes where it's white and then goes somewhere, like playing out in the yard and come back in as like he just put it on."
Forget kid. There's a reason I wear camo most of the time because it hides all the stains.
Yeah.
I just get crap all over me.
Well, and to just so we are clear, John Luke's oldest child, John Shepard, is not a clean child.
No.
If you see
no.
that kid, there is an off chance he's got some form of animal on him. We're
Yeah.
not sure what it is,
Oh yeah.
and he's got mud up to his ears
Oh,
most
yeah.
of the time.
and he is just now swimming out of a pond somewhere.
Oh yeah. No, he'll come back just disgusting. And Mary Kay will just throw him in another smock, suit him back up.
Running back.
He reminds me of this
Dude, he
kid
was
I grew up around named John Luke. That's who he reminds me.
Oh man! Which kudos to Mary Kate's laundry skills.
She's got him.
You would know unless she just throws them away. Unless she's got a drawer full of them and just chunks them. They're always clean the next time you see them.
Oh, that's what I always like about Mary Kay. He'll be running somewhere when I'm with, and she'll yell at him. "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Let him go.
It'd be fine. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
fine.
let him go."
But
Yeah.
your kids did get like the worst nicknames. What does Willie have
Yeah.
against your kid? What does your father have against his grandkids
know.
fathered by you? So we got
Yeah.
Smocky McSmockerson.
That's John Shepard, the
Yeah.
5-year-old, and then Jabba is our
Jabba.
4-year-old daughter.
Yeah,
That girl.
Jabba.
I know where those. Yeah, but that
Oh,
fits
God.
her perfect.
Yeah, he'll.
But she's got
Jabba
that
the
look.
Hutt.
She'll give me that look sometime, and I'm okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, when she was a month old, yeah,
Yeah.
I looked like Jabba the Hutt, but now she's 4. It's still Jabba.
It's not going to be cute when she's 16.
And then my favorite one is
and then Wells is
mm,
the Toad.
because it's so funny because every time I see Wells, he's squatting. So he looks like
he does kind of look like a toad.
he squats down, puts his hands on the ground, and he just looks like he's sitting in jump position.
Well,
like,
now
I
he's
mean-
started like hopping, so now he's full toad. He's embraced it.
Well, you called me that long enough. I guess I just need to wear it, right?
Willie will do that to a person. He will call them something for so long they just become that.
He got that
Oh.
quite naturally from Phil. Because Phil,
Oh man.
if you had a something wrong with you,
Oh boy.
Mhm.
that's gonna be your nickname.
Well, Ben's he had one haircut that was basically a bowl cut, and he's been Mr. Spock ever since. For 10 years, Willie. Well, no, he's 8 years. Willie look at that kid and go, "Hey, Mr. Spock," and Ben's like, "Dad, I don't. What's Mr. Spock?" I'm like, "You had a haircut one time,
Yeah.
son."
Yeah. Once it gets hung, it's there. So it's at least it's not mud in the butt. He had that kid. when
Oh,
he was
Kyle?
yeah.
Oh, mud in his butt.
Mud in his butt.
He was out at Camp Sioka. He went, "Mom, I got mud in my butt."
And
'Cause he
Willie
fell in
heard
a
it.
mud puddle, and Willie heard it. And if Willie sees this man is 35 years old, and if Willie sees him in town, he'll go, "Hey, mud in his butt." And
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to do that anymore. He's still gonna do it.
Sure you do.
I said,
Sure you do.
yeah, but he didn't nickname his children.
That never
though, did he?
goes that.
No.
Hey,
We never got nicknames.
Well, that's
Which
nice
is
of him.
crazy because everybody that touches him has a nickname. Which is, I guess, if you live with him, you're safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's just too much going on. There's just the nicknames would change too much because there's just such
Good
weird
point.
stuff happening.
That was an interesting
Oh.
household growing up. Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when you got bit by a bat and we had to all show up to the hospital for some reason?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all coming because
I don't know why I was there.
I was like foaming at the mouth and everyone thought I was gonna die.
Were you really?
No, not at all.
You just
I
got bit
wasn't,
by a
but I
bat.
did. No, so Dad found this bat in the toilet at camp, and so he brought it up and put it in a bird cage. And
leave it. Hey, yeah, leave it. Yeah. That sounds right.
Bat in a bird cage.
so
Bat-
we
bat
had
in
this
the bird
bat
cage.
in the bird cage that previously in the bird cage was birds that I don't know died or something. So we had the bat in the bird cage, and he told me don't pick it up without gloves. Well, he didn't specify like leather gloves, so I put on just some like latex kitchen gloves.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that thing bit the crap out of me.
I remember it. It was
yeah.
a panic in the whole city.
Oh no, and
Oh,
everybody
you can
panicked.
see it. Look, that's the scar. You can't see.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Everybody panicked when it did.
It looks
that.
like a snake bite.
I
So
know
you
it-
could tell that story however you want to. That's
Yeah, I know.
But a bat is.
And
awesome.
so if you're listening, you can't see it, but obviously it bit me on the hand. And so then they were like, they had to send off a rabies shot. I had to go get the shots in my stomach, like these giant needles.
Ugh.
Oh
all the
man,
stuff. I had to
that
do
is-
all the rabies shots.
Now I will say to confirm that is not. I mean, I wasn't there, but I did a bat project in college. Those things bite the crap out of you.
Oh, no,
like,
no.
The little power in those
Oh, yeah.
jaws.
Yeah, but hey,
Now
they-
we did welding gloves, so
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
fine. But
I
getting
think that's what Willie meant. He just Willie's not a great communicator.
Yeah.
well, but we were also 22, 23. So like,
How old
I mean,
were you?
It's like 7,
Yeah, see,
like 6 or 7.
That's
Like-
my memories of John Luke
Yeah.
growing up, though, because I was the youngest grandchild, and then the oldest granddaughter had this son who was the oldest grandchild. And when John Luke was born, there was 752 people at the hospital. It was impressive. Like you set a record for Glenwood. I remember it, and I was like, "Good night."
yeah, it's just a kid. Like,
Yeah.
what the world?
It was impressive.
Yeah, who we give birth to? Jesus? Like,
But
what
then
we
I
doing?
always remember, Chris and Johnny calling my mom just panicked. John Luke's got rabies.
Oh man,
It was awesome.
the whole circle came together.
Yeah.
Huh? The whole neighborhood.
And your dad was already a big fan. Your grandparents, Johnny and Chris, were already a big fan of Willie. Still at that time. So whenever he
Yeah.
got you bit by a bat, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But no special
I don't know.
powers or anything.
No, I mean, sometimes on the full moon I get itchy, but
okay, you got
Other
issues
than
on
that-
full moon, boys.
That's a shame. You get bit by a bat, and you can't
I
even
know,
fly.
I go like full. I go full turn into.
Oh no,
I hate bugs.
Bugs.
Mm.
Well, look.
well, hey, that's the time of the year.
It
boy.
is the time of
Nothing's
year.
worse.
Why do they want in my house so bad, Martin?
The same reason you want to live there. The same reason you don't live out there where they do.
Good point. Look, this is what I used, Martin. Whenever I said ants be gone, I had this wand, mixed up this,
Yeah, just one.
got to water, and said all around the house. It's really so easy.
It is easy.
He
And
thought he was Harry Potter.
you get to do it yourself and put a lot of money right back in your pocket because pest control companies can cost you, $800 a year. But for just $35 a treatment, Pestie can help you out. You do it yourself on your schedule and, the stuff they send you kid and pet friendly, man. So, which
I
we
like
all
to be
have
friendly
kids.
to kids and pets.
And their kit includes a reusable electronic sprayer, a mixing bag, pesticide, gloves, and instructions. You can complete the application in less than 10 minutes. You can get rid of over 100 types of bugs, from spiders and ants to roaches and stink bugs, with Pestie's customized formula. Look, I done told you they're kid and pet friendly. The pesticides that they ship are fully registered and have been used in hospitals and schools all over the country. Plus, with Pestie's 100% bug-free guarantee, if the bugs don't go away, they'll give you a full refund. So you want to save money, you want somebody that stands behind their product, our friends over at Pestie can help you do all of those things.
That's nice of them.
And it can help you keep the great outdoors. But if they do try to get in, you're protected with Pestie. Now is the best time to protect your home from bugs with Pestie. Go to pestie.com/duck for an extra 10% off your order. That's pestie.com/duck
Duck.
for an extra 10% off.
When I was young, I got bit by a squirrel,
Uh,
and that sucker paralyzed me. I'm serious. He bit me right here, and I just,
On the finger? And
oh, yeah.
And you were
Those
paralyzed?
Hey, they got them teeth that come down, and,
Oh, I know. They got big
and
yeah.
hey, you talking about jaw power, but he made his match. Because I threw him up a little chinaberry tree,
Uh-oh.
and then I got my dog out, and hey, we had some fun.
Oh, here we go.
we had a flying squirrel too at one point.
Oh, they'll bite you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it eventually got loose in the house, but we had that in the rat cage because we had rats at one point.
Well, everybody had gerbils and hamsters.
No,
and all
no,
that. You didn't have
Nobody
none of
had
that?
as many pets as John Luke.
Yeah.
I fixed
No.
that. Mama had just brought a brand new couch. And we always had pet squirrels, y'all. So we had
Yeah.
pet cat squirrel.
Me.
I had to move.
Uh-oh.
He got into her brand new couch and just tore all the cotton out of it And when you sit down, it's sticky. The spring was sticky.
Well, the fun part is
Hey.
John Luke still got wild pets. He got a dragon back there in that
Oh, yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah, no. Now I'm trying to get all these pets for my kids now, like reliving. I mean, we had salamanders, rats, newts,
Scott went
all
through
kinds-
Dingo.
Dingo.
a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scott
Dingo
went through
walked
that.
up.
kinds of
though.
dogs.
Dingo's one of the greatest stories of all time.
Dingo just walked up.
Where did Dingo was your dog, right?
Dingo was there when we had just moved into Lakeland Garden, and this dog with like 6 puppies just like rolled up, and so we were like feeding it, and then they all disappeared except for Dingo, which was just a puppy. And I was like, "Well, you're my dog now."
And what a name.
Never left. Yeah,
Dingo.
left.
Dingo.
The dingo ate the baby.
Uh-huh.
What a name.
Dingo was around for like 15 years.
Yeah,
Oh, and Dingo
Uh-huh.
snuffed out every new dog that come around there
yeah,
until Biscuit showed up.
yeah. Uh-huh.
This Dingo ran deep. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, if a new dog showed up, Dingo was like, "Hey, let me go show you this road over here. Real fun to play on.
yeah.
Just run out there."
Yeah. Dingo survived after Dingo outlived 10 dogs in the family.
The last thing you want to be is a Robertson pet. So, like, that's just, I mean,
John Luke
No,
takes
they don't-
better
we don't
I
care
take
than
care of
most.
my pets.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
the problem is he don't get all of them. Some of them just show up there, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know,
Yeah.
it's I remember John Luke's like coming to a man deal from Corey because Corey ran over. Which one was the first one, Max or Louis?
Max was the
Maxie.
one that was
Yeah,
yeah.
Maxie, Corey.
was a Chihuahua.
Yeah, little long haired Chihuahua sleeping by Corey's tire, a little
Uh-huh.
too close. Whop.
Yeah.
So Corey called me. I was at Waffle House, shocker, eating breakfast.
What year was this?
Probably 2009 or 2010, maybe 11, somewhere in there. Back when I was on my every day at the Waffle House with the old men
Don't
kid.
get rid of the dog.
Back when I was bumping about 320, couldn't figure out why
yeah.
the
Yeah,
3 eggs
wanted-
over easy at large
yeah,
hash
yeah.
browns didn't help anything. But she called me and I was like, okay, I'll come help, whatever. Like, I'll come help. And then she called me back. She said, I'm so proud John Luke's going to do it. And I was like, oh, well, once you
Yeah.
bury a pet, that's a stage into becoming
Oh,
a
yeah,
man,
it is.
man. So, like, it was, John Luke buried Maxie and
I did. I buried Max, but then I became like the dog barrier.
then he got hung with a task.
Like Jason Mizzy's dog died.
I like it. Call
I
John Luke's Undertaker.
I went over to buried their dog. Drew's dog died. I went and buried his dog.
Were you there with Drew burying Drew's dog?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were part of that. I just always pictured Drew out there sad by
Oh,
himself. I
It
didn't
was
know he
like-
had company.
No, he like rolled up and was like,
Hey.
"Oh, my dog just died." He was like, I can't do it. And yeah, he's like crying his eyes out. I'm like burying his dog. I buried
man.
like 6 dogs in like 2 years.
Oh, man.
One of them, only one.
John
of them
Luke
mine.
the Undertaker, boys.
That's rich. Hey, Drew paid it forward. Drew buried Dublin while I just sat there
There you
and
go. Yeah.
cried and watched. I was like, I can't bury his dog.
I remember the first time I had to bury a pet, man. That's a tough
yeah.
task when it's your pet.
Oh,
and
what
you
you
got
talking
the
about?
shovel.
No,
I
Right.
told you the
That's a-
story of the first dog I had to
know.
bury, right? When my granddaddy called me,
No,
said puppy died.
but I'm interested. His name was Puppy.
Yeah, and he
Well,
weighed
y'all-
150 pounds.
Puppy. Well,
Puppy was not a good weight. He called me. My granddaddy was so sad. He said, "Puppy's dead. Can you come help me bury it?" And I go out there and I said, "Where is he?" He said, "He's under the porch." We're a little redneck. Dog died under the porch. So I'm looking. I said, "Granddaddy, I ain't gonna lose this dog. He ain't under there." He said, "No, he's dead under there." Next thing I know, Puppy comes walking up looking at me. And I said, "He's not dead."
He changed his name.
And Granddaddy started laughing. Well, he died later that day.
Oh,
And so then we had to bury him. But that was the deepest. So he was in Vietnam with you, Si, and they had a way about him where everything had to be done right and to specification.
oh, you had a tape measure. You got 6 foot deep, huh?
No,
Oh,
like 8.
oh, extra.
I dug that hole so deep. I was like, Dublin barely under the ground. He might show back up one day.
Well, you got to get them deep enough where you don't smell it.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
This dog got deep.
Oh man, What, you hear the people talking outside?
yeah,
We're filming Duck Dynasty in the office today. So,
something was throwing me.
if we get a strange cast of characters walk through that door today, don't worry about it.
That was throwing me off.
We all just, we're the cool place to hang out. But no, it's kind of funny. We've been doing this however long. This is the first time we've had John Luke. I said, you know, I think it's just because you're here. Like we're quick to grab the people that aren't here because like, oh, we don't know when we'll see them again. But John Luke's here pretty much every day. So you just, some of that stuff just kind of flies right by you.
What episode is this, Hunter?
459. 459.
459. And
here I am. I've been in the room for like 4 of them.
Just never behind the mic.
But just never on the mic.
You've got good stories that we
Oh man. I never knew you were a dog undertaker. I like that. That's an interesting one. I know who to call.
I cannot wait to call my brother-in-law, and now that I know the truth of the story.
There you go. But no, what I don't know. What you want to talk about, John Luke? The world's your oyster. Like
there's a small TV show going on.
We can talk about this now because it just aired. But we're back, obviously filming the show. John Luke's a much bigger part in this one than he was.
He was a rather large part in the other one.
Yeah, well, Bumblebee Tuna and all the things, right?
Hold on.
Actually,
we got to go down the road because I've been a little upset for going on about 10 years now. Where'd you get Bumblebee Tuna from?
Like, that was the Ace Ventura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure we knew that. Because there was an older cousin you had. He was cool. He lived down the street from you. He said it all the time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you made it famous. So I was just wondering if you remembered it was Ace Ventura 2 quote. I'm cool with you now.
No. Oh, no, I knew. Oh, no. So when I did, well, let me back up. I was a small part of the show, but the parts that I did
were memorable.
Were very memorable.
Yeah.
Were very big.
Yeah.
And so whenever I was prepping for getting my wisdom teeth out, I was like, oh, I know it needs to be funny, which like, it was totally real. I don't remember any of it, but I was like prepping. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to watch some like funny movies. So I watched Pet Detective, Call the Wild, Nacho Libre.
Bravo.
I watched
all the hits.
All the
Eagle Powers.
Conway did something like you did in the dentist office. That was, I heard all over. Cause it was, he stuck himself with a syringe, and they got goofy. But I watched that. I laughed. That was excellent. I'm talking about you in the dentist office.
You hit all my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
You're just ripping them off one at a time. I'm like, I love this.
Oh yeah.
And I was
actually shine big time on that.
The Griswolds, Hot Rod.
Oh man.
That's John Luke. I like to party.
That's all the great ones, man.
I like to party.
No, I like to party. You can't say you like to party. I already said that. Anyway.
If you're prone to getting nauseous, you guys absolutely need to know about our sponsor, Relief Band.
My daughter has bad motion sickness. She has to ride in the front of the car or drive. And sometimes that ain't good enough. She got it so bad. But she told me when I gave her one of these, it stopped.
There you go.
Now, here's another thing. Just yesterday, she's pregnant. She had morning sickness, and she says it's just like morning sickness. And she forgot her band. So I run and got it like a good daddy, went and got it. She put it on in 7 minutes. It was gone.
Morning sickness gone?
There you go. Relief Band is the original anti-nausea wristband that quickly relieves and effectively prevents nausea and vomiting associated with things like motion sickness, anxiety, migraines, hangovers, morning sickness, chemotherapy, and so much more. So we can speak to 2 of them on behalf of Johanna.
That's right.
You can change the intensity to make it stronger or weaker. It's 100% drug-free, non-drowsy, works quickly before or after symptoms start, and has 0 side effects. Plus, Relief Band's new Premier Plus model provides advanced nausea relief, includes a digital clock, and utilizes smart skin sensing technology to preserve battery life. Look, you're sitting there thinking, oh, it's got to be magic. No, it's not magic. Relief Band is FDA approved, clinically proven, and recommended by doctors nationwide.
10 minutes.
There you go.
It's gone.
Ain't that something? Look, if you want to cure your nausea problem fast, join the hundreds of thousands of people who are nausea-free with Relief Band. Right now, we've got an exclusive offer for Duck Call Room listeners. If you go to reliefband.com and use the promo code
Duck,
you'll receive 20% off plus free shipping. So head to reliefband.com and use the promo code
Duck
for 20% off plus free shipping. with John Luke's guidance, I mean, I think we pulled off a world record. Did we get it certified?
Not Guinness Book certified, but we
Okay.
did beat it.
We did.
And
beat
we
it.
have the whole thing on camera.
Yeah.
So
we could get it certified.
We got to
could
get
get
that
it certified.
certified. Also,
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Well, we had a problem that somebody back in the day, and I can't blame them.
Ordered a little too many.
Of
Oh.
these jewels right
whenever
here.
old boy fell asleep on the 0 button on sock ups.
Well, he must have fell asleep on the 0 and then scratched his nose on the enter key because
And then
that's
hit
how many we got.
Send.
But no, we still had a bunch of them. So then we did a deal like with the employees, like come up with something, like something clever to use these cups for. Well, of course,
Mystery boxes.
those were all a wash. But then John Luke was like, well, I saw this deal. Let's stack them babies up. And
So we stacked them up. Yeah.
they stacked them. I did not stack them up.
How many sock
Yeah.
ups did you stack up?
What was it?
80,000.
Yeah.
We still got 80,000 of them things.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah. Well, we
80,000.
sold a lot of them.
Tupperware cup.
But yeah, the record was like 72,000. And so we were going for 100,000, but then once we got to 80, we were like, yeah, we beat it. This is good enough.
Yeah, I showed up out there while they were stacking one day with my kids, and I quickly realized my
Oh.
error. I was like, I saw Jackson and Waylon see just a big wall of chartreuse, and there they go, hands out. And I was
Oh.
like,
Yeah.
no, we got to get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
because Hunter panics every time I throw anything in that direction.
Yeah,
And we only
Oh,
have
yeah.
like 20 cups stacked.
yeah. Imagine 80,000.
Oh,
That
we
was
stacked.
a feat, though.
Yeah. We stacked from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day
Yeah.
for a week, like 20 of us.
Oh,
For
when
real?
Yeah.
when we finally let it go down, it was perfect.
Oh,
It really was. It was perfect.
well, he did it. So
Yeah.
that was that a little? Did it hurt? Like all that work, and then you just bowled through them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like
It was- I mean,
emotionally, was it
mixed
painful?
feelings. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was mixed feelings. 'Cause doing that, stack it, because it's such a like repetitive job. By the end of it, I mean, we were just sick of it. We were like, we don't want to see these cups ever again. Because like we started stacking, we were like, oh, this is easy. And we did like the first layer. Then we realized that some of the cups are different than the other cups. And so
How-
like slightly different.
Nothing is uniform on any of them things.
They weren't uniform.
Yeah.
And so then they started getting off. So then we had to make the layers like we called them the green cups and then the yellow cups. And then we got halfway through, like 40,000 in, and we realized there was a mystery third frosted green
Oh, yeah.
that then threw off the thing. So, I mean, as we're going up, the whole thing's wiggling and wobbling and all over the place. We kept having crash. We would knock one down, we'd lose like 1,000
Yeah.
to stack them back up.
Yeah.
We finally got to our mesa.
It was a sight though.
pyramid.
Once it was done, it was ace. It was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that. And if you haven't watched it yet, you need to, because it actually. I mean, you say 80,000 teacups stacked up. What could it? It actually
I mean, it's
very impressive.
the entire gym.
It
I
can't.
mean,
be.
the entire basketball gym completely solid of cups
Yeah, and then you just bowled right
and
through.
bowled right through it with that big bubble thing.
Yeah, but it that was the best part.
Yeah.
It just all started
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it, but it was so cool looking watching it go
It was,
down.
yeah, because it went in like a wave. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
All of them. But
I-
no, it kind of it started and then it just started building and then it started and then it just,
yeah. So we hit it in I was in a giant hamster ball, like a human sized hamster ball that Sadie got me for my birthday. And so,
Yeah, don't ask.
That's hey.
No, I just let that one
Hey,
go.
that's just being in the Robertson family.
Okay. That's okay.
Weird.
so I was in the hamster ball and they like bowled me into it. And I thought like part of it would just kind of like crash, but the whole thing went down in like a wave,
Yeah.
like just a woo, and you can like see it. Dad, when he hits it, he just like, it looked like a cartoon. Like he goes in and just the shape of him was there in the wall.
Yeah.
And he disappears inside of it and the whole thing crashes down.
Yeah, in case you wonder how many 80,000, what they completely hid Willie Robertson because
Yeah.
he wasn't in a ball. He was just
Yeah,
Willie.
he just-
Well,
he
these are
just- he
stacked.
just-
Yeah,
he just
they were
run in
stacked
and
up.
flung himself on
It was
Oh.
Like one of them little, you ever seen them things like they look like needles and you put your hand into it
Yeah.
and it leaves like the perfect shape of your hand?
Uh-huh.
That's what it looked like when Willie hit
Yeah.
it. Cause I was just sitting there watching like, that boy just disappeared.
Oh,
Like,
well, when I came up because I was like floating on top of him in the ball. So when I looked up, no one else was there. Everyone who hit it with me was just gone. I was like, I'm the last one in the flood. Like, I just survived this thing. This is just like, I'm like looking at this waste.
You're kind of riding the wave.
Yeah, and I was riding on top of it.
No,
Yeah,
it
my
was
favorite-
weird.
My favorite part of it, and I don't know if they show, I can't remember if they show this or not, but in the dive, Christian lost his phone. It come out of his pocket. So could you imagine? Hey, look who it is. Hey, look who it is. Get back to work.
Oh, I hate that. I'll
Every
never
ti-
get used to it.
Every time
He's done that to me for a long, long time.
for 36 years.
Yes, that's that's the average going on rate. Ladies and gentlemen, Willie, I gotta go to the bathroom. Willie just came in.
You got TT?
I feel like I got legitimately scared there. I'm scared to see what my face looks like.
Unfortunately, you cannot go to the bathroom here right now.
Right.
Oh God, this building.
It's broke.
Yeah, if you come to Duck Commander right now, we apologize for any smell you may.
This place was built on a swamp, so we decided to put a museum and a tour and a bunch of businesses right on top of it.
Well, no,
that way,
that's
when you
not-
take a dump, it'll bubble back up into your.
That's how it works.
Shoes.
That's how it works. It's all on different plumbing. It's the office side that's got
Office
the
side.
issue right now.
The
Like,
museum side works.
Yeah.
I used to go to the museum side to take a dump anyway.
Oh, it's clean, quiet
Yeah.
sometimes over there.
What were we talking about? Did Christian ever find his phone?
Yeah, he did, but to see him have to go back in it and the panic on his face when you're trying to search through.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not quite a needle in a haystack because he didn't lose a cup in there, but the him having to go back fishing for that phone and 80,000 cups was a pretty good
because you're
sight to
swimming
watch.
in it, but it's painful. They're sharp, like the edges of them.
Cups aren't something you want to swim in.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it is fun. It's been fun doing the show again. Like
Yeah.
me and John Luke get to film together a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And Si. So
Well,
like,
they got a big choice of people now
Mhm.
to
yeah, because the 20 we had before wasn't
Oh no,
enough.
yeah, but yeah.
Now we got 50.
Well, we got to do the Bigfoot episode because that just came out.
Oh yeah,
We were all on that together.
yeah. Everybody, your kids.
John Luke, I got a lot of questions for you.
Uh-oh.
You're into that kind of thing, aren't you?
I'm into it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 100%
I'm
sold.
deep.
Are you
Well-
are you a believer?
Yeah.
You're a Bigfoot
Hey,
believer?
I'm a believer.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I saw him when I was a teenager.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, I'm serious.
I know you're serious. I'm
Hey.
not a non-believer.
It's like the Black Panther. Okay, just because you don't see it
I have seen a black band.
does not mean it don't exist.
Agreed.
Okay?
Hey, this ain't Jesus, son.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
Like
I'm just saying they did cut the part where I was like, I'm hopeful,
Mm-hmm.
but I doubt it.
on Bigfoot?
Yeah,
Yeah, he ain't there.
I'm hopeful,
He ain't there.
but these two are like,
Oh well,
sold.
they're full. And look, I appreciate that. But there's just too much today that if he was there, he would
Nope.
be a lot better.
Tell him,
done.
Si. I disagree.
What?
Yeah, I
Hey,
disagree
see,
on
like
that. Yeah.
instead of like the Robertson, he's anti-camera. He don't. He sees them and he's
The boy can make a lot more money if he just get in
Well,
front
I'm
of
just
it.
saying. Hey,
He don't
Just
need
like
money.
you.
You don't need money.
Why not? The one we had wore tennis shoes.
well, see, they didn't.
Oh, Johnny Godwin.
They didn't check with the right person to play. Who's gonna play the Bigfoot?
What, Godwin?
Yeah.
He's the perfect person. He's the
Oh,
only
yeah.
mythical
He's who
creature
you
we
got
ever
to do it.
had.
When I told them that, hey, what I saw was like 10 to 12 foot tall.
Yeah, let me get
Johnny
Godwin.
Godwin is at 5'6",
We
maybe.
don't know any 10 to 12 foot tall people.
Yeah. And have you ever heard of baby Bigfoot? If there's a big one, like Littlefoot's got to be somewhere
Oh,
in there.
they've seen them too.
Godwin's perfect little Bigfoot size.
Well, no, yeah. Well, hey, look, when I was a teenager,
Some would
okay,
call it a troll.
when I was in about the 4th grade, hey, one of them was right my size. So there's little ones too.
There's little big feet.
There's little. What do they call little ones? Do we know?
Yeah, just
Like
I don't
little
know.
feet?
Yeah.
Like
We need a name for them.
not Bigfoot yet? Hey, I will say, John Luke and whoever on the cup stacking, whoever ordered the pizza there understood the assignment. Because every time I'd go out there at night, there was a stack of Johnny's. It wasn't 6 of them,
Man, I
but
love
it was.
Yeah.
It was they should have stacked pizza boxes beside the cups
Yeah.
to see which one was taller by the
sounds
time it
amazing.
got over with.
I haven't had a pizza for 10 days and I'm having withdrawals.
Wow.
Oh, he's having withdrawal.
We're going super healthy for 40 days and we're on day 10 and I'm borderline sad.
Why is pizza not healthy?
It's got
Who
all
said
the
it
food
is?
groups.
Who
Oh.
said that?
Hey, you just go to Johnny's now and get that cauliflower crust.
That's a trick play. I don't want to go
That's
down
a
that
trick
road.
play.
It's actually not bad.
No, I like the cauliflower crust.
It's actually not bad.
It's
That's 'cause-
crispier.
It has more calories than the regular one.
Well, calories are fine, but it doesn't have all the macros in it. Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
There she is.
There she
Look,
is.
Mary
Speaking of-
Kate's
We
like,
was
your
just talking about
bicycle?
you.
Where's your eggs, your bicycle, and your sourdough?
That's it.
Well, at my house.
well, we're going to have Mary Kate back, though, to talk about her laundry skills.
Yeah, we're talking about the kids' clothes.
Yeah, how in the world you keep John Shepard's clothes looking so clean is incredible because that boy is dirty. But every time I see him, he starts out clean.
I was
like,
telling you, you're anti-play clothes. Just all clothes are play clothes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they just dress nice, and how they just dress nice, and Dad calls them smock boy.
I know. I feel like though it
The
was
smock.
in comparison. I was telling Beth this earlier. It was in comparison to Zane. Because
Uh-huh.
Zane and John Shepard were the first babies, the first grandbabies.
Yeah.
And he was like little like rock and roll baby.
Yeah.
And so anything in comparison was
That yeah.
kind of smock.
Rebecca
Yeah.
dresses Zane like punk rock. And then our kids are like
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Take it back.
No, she just puts them in a costume every day.
I don't know about that.
And then sell said
I don't know
costume. And started a whole business around it.
yeah.
I do have to tell y'all,
Dark-
this is the first time I've purposefully walked into this room.
You love it, don't
I've
you?
walked in here 3 to 5 times, meaning to go to the bathroom and coming in the wrong door.
Yeah. Well, don't do that today. Our bathrooms are shut down. You do not want to end up
I
in the
did hear
Is
bathroom.
that
at
why
Dr.
you're in here
Commander
right
today.
now?
No, Beth wanted me to come.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
sure.
there.
Yeah.
I love it. This is one big happy
Come say
family in
hey.
here today, man. Like, I hate you're having to stand up. I wish I had a chair. You could just
Yeah.
actually you can have
You
my
can-
chair, to be fair.
I'm fine.
Hey, where you going?
I'm leaving.
He's leaving, he said. He's
Well,
had
that's
enough.
not
of it.
nice.
He's had enough of it.
Lordy be. Well, welcome, Mary Kate. We're just
Thanks. Well,
we,
yeah,
we
we
just
got everybody
started
in
over.
here. We had Jacob because John Luke was a little late. Now we got. Wait, what are we doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, he's got to change this
Oh, we're
camera.
changing it up.
I'm taking
Oh,
over.
that's right.
Can you hear me, Martin?
Get it on the beauty over here.
I'm
We've-
on.
We've
I'm off
seen enough
camera.
of the beast.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird. Why do all the women end up sitting by Si?
Hey,
he's our favorite.
Yeah, well, mine too. I get it.
They know
That's
I'm
why I
harm-
like to look at him. I
hey
don't
they
wanna sit
know I'm
beside him.
harmless.
I like to make eye contact with him.
They
So,
know I'm harmless. So hey,
well, Mary Kate, do you have any? What's the word I'm looking for here? What's your favorite
Antics.
John?
Yeah.
No, what's your favorite John Luke story? It's just like y'all been. How long y'all been together now?
10 years next week.
Next week, 10 years.
10 years. That's awesome. Congratulations. I just did 10 years.
and
too.
how old you was when this first began?
19, we got married.
19.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Spent all our
Both of y'all were
20s
19?
together.
Yep. Both of
Yep.
us were 19.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
How
I
old
know,
are
it's
you
kinda
now?
Crazy. 29.
29.
Well, quick math says 29, but 19 plus 10.
Uh-huh.
Shut up. This is why I'm not on camera anymore.
But don't you work in retail where math is key?
I was trying to. I never remember how
Hey.
much older I am than John Luke. Okay,
Hey, he can only
much
count
older are you?
Chinese.
Yeah, how
me.
much older are you?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, I'm 7 years older than John Luke.
Okay.
And that's why you were at all of his things. 'Cause
Oh, you're over
there
here.
was
Yeah.
a big gap.
You're over
between-
the hill then, JD.
Yeah.
Great.
There was a big gap between last grandchild
Uh-huh.
and first
First
great grandchild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me
Okay.
and John Luke.
Yeah.
And John Luke just got to watch Lion King on VHS over and over
Uh-huh.
and over. And
So
over
you're still
and over.
mad at him.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, because you generally the baby's the position you want to be, but in
Yeah,
your
no.
case, no.
Outshined.
No, and it was the best setup because then we go over to John David's house and play all his video games.
Yeah,
See?
I was
he-
a good big cousin.
And you had all the cool stuff, and we go up in your little loft thing and play.
There you go. You were the cool big cousin.
I really was.
Yeah.
Still am.
I did find a bearded dragon in our bathtub last week.
Okay. There you go. Yeah.
There.
That's the one that's back here.
Yep.
You took him home, give
Yeah, I
him a
took him
bath.
home to give him a bath.
Oh, man, you're a coat of many colors, John Luke, and I love it. Gosh. But do you have a favorite? Like 10 years together, there's got to be something. Like it ain't got to be embarrassing. I mean, it can be. That'd be awesome. But, you know, if there's
One of my favorite stories was when you had that bike wreck when we were off at school.
Uh-oh. I like this.
Have you ever told that story?
No, I haven't. So this is like right after we got to college. There's still like the height of Duck Dynasty, and that is a key element in the story. so I have an electric bike, and
Just like I have my electric
just
bike.
like your electric bike.
Big
yeah.
electric bike people.
We're
The
big
young
electric
Robertsons.
bikes.
John Luke had the first one.
Yeah. And so it was like a mountain bike. So our house was like I could ride the bike to campus, but you had to go over this like mountain hill, like this like back trail. So I was riding home one day, and the first thing that happened is I was going through the parking lot and this car like backed into me. And I think that was that started the whole process. Okay. So it kind of messed up the bike, but I was like, oh, I think I'm fine. So I'm going down and I start going down this hill. And I mean, it's a steep hill and probably like,
It's a mountain.
it's like 200 yards, like
Okay,
down,
down.
before I-
Yeah.
down before I come like back
So-
up
so-
on the other side.
So you're picking up speed.
Yeah.
I'm picking up speed.
Gravity's going to win.
And it was an electric
Gravity
bike.
wins
Yeah.
out on
And
this.
so
one.
on an electric bike, when you like pedal, it like starts going, and I accidentally like hit the button that makes it go really fast. So I am moving down this thing. And then the wheel starts wobbling in the back. So I'm like totally out of control. And I'm like looking down the side of the mountain like, oh, I'm about to die, I guess. Like,
This is a toughie.
this is it. So I hit a rock and I'm going so fast. I do a total front flip all the way around and land in a tree
Oh.
like on the side of the mountain. And then I fall down like 15 feet
Good
down
grief.
to the thing. So I'm laying there. The bike's on top of me. My AirPods are still playing in my ear.
What are they playing?
Yeah.
I hope you remember the song.
Oh, it was. A little NWA action going on there.
I did rub off on him in some
He
way.
did.
I
Oh,
taught
boy.
Sadie and John Luke rap. That's all I did wrong.
Yeah. And that was the worst because I'm feeling like a total badass riding my bike down here, and then I just crash and burn. And so I'm like laying there, and I'm like, I can't move, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of nowhere, like I'm like, and I'm like, my leg is, bro, I can't get my leg, like I can't feel my leg, so I call like campus police, and this like student worker answers, and she's like, hey, you know, how can I help you? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing every card I got. I'm like, that's John Luke, like Robertson from Duck Dynasty. Like, I'm like,
My leg.
I'm like lost on this mountain. My leg's broken. And she's like, sir, have you tried to move your leg? And I was like, hold on a bit. Hold on. And I like push the bike off and I stand up. I'm like, false alarm. I'm fine. Then I was so embarrassed. I just had to drag my bike like a mile and a half back to civilization for
The
Megan to
walk
pick
of
me
shame.
up. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's so good.
I'm-
He said, I'm playing every card. I'm getting airlifted
Yeah.
off this
Well,
mountain.
hey.
And they're like, well, stand
Yeah.
up.
I'm stuck in the top of a tree.
Oh,
There were
man.
times where you had to play every card you had back then.
Uh-huh.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Oh,
Wisdom.
There's Miss My. Oh, we got to wrap it up. John David, you got a verse over
I
there?
got us a Bible
we'll,
verse.
We'll just hit Mary Kate. Thank you for. We'll have you back for a
Thanks
long
for stepping
thanks.
in.
Yeah.
I got more
Thanks.
questions
This was
about
fun.
you and your little house on the prairie electric bike edition life that you're living. And I adore it, by the way. It's one of my
Thank you.
favorite things, is what I was
Thank
talking
you.
about. All right. This is a verse that I think of when I think of John Luke, because I don't know if y'all know this. John Luke had some pretty tall, mighty men around him growing up, but he's managed to do this verse well. 1 Timothy 4:12, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech and conduct and love and faith and in purity. John Luke, proud to know you, buddy. It would have been easy to be a kid in your shoes and fall apart, but you got a rocking family. your Little House on the Prairie electric bike edition, and we love you. We gotta have you back soon.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. We got to go film Duck Dynasty. We're out.